2SD, I'm Madam Yan. I'm unable to come to school today, but I hope to be able to come back soon. Alright. Yesterday, I think that the teacher would have given out your workbook files by the side of the windows. Most of you would have already gotten your workbook files because you have submitted. I have 4 pupils, right, who doesn't have it, and I will need you to go back home and look for it to see whether do you have that workbook at home, because you will need it for your home-based learning. If you don't have, please do alert me through, ask your mommy or daddy to text me through Class Dojo. I'll see what I can do to help you get the worksheets. So these 4 pupils, please take note. I have 4 pupils. The first one is so I need all of you should have it except for Aris, Taylor, Ethan, and Marsha. Alright, so the rest of you should have already taken it home together with the math journal. So this worksheets will be more than enough for your home-based learning. There are some more worksheets to be given. Later, I will let the teacher know to probably give it out. Alright, so I also need you to, you have also seen the video earlier on. Part 1 of the SLS that I created was to recall the different shapes that you have learned. The different shapes that you have learned last year was circles, squares, triangles, and rectangles. So I'm just going to show you. Now some of you might need to do corrections for these pages, because I think that the first page was okay. It was page 2 that you probably need to listen, but I'm just going to go through page 53 first. So it says to color the circles red. Most of you you would have done this. All these are circles, so all these are in red. It says to color the squares blue. So oops, just now was red, so it says to color the squares blue. So I'm going to color the squares blue. Alright, you can color it nicer than me, right? So I have another square here at the bottom. And the third one, it says to color all the triangles green. Oops. All the triangles green. I have another triangle here. This is also a triangle, and this is also a triangle. Any more triangles? Oh, there's one big one over here. And the last one, it says to have the rectangle orange. I don't have orange here, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a star to represent orange. So if you see this star, please do remember to color it orange. The rectangles have one side that is longer than the other. Alright, so let's go to the next page. The next page, it says that look at the shapes in each group. Put a cross through the odd one out. Now, what does odd one out means? Odd one out means that if this group it is grouping all the triangles together, there is one shape that is not a triangle. Now, a triangle has 3 sides, 3 straight lines, whereby when you draw using a ruler, is 3 straight lines joined at each corner to form a triangle. I want you to take a look at all of this. There's only one that is not a straight line. It will be this over here. This is the one you need to put across, because this is the one that is not a triangle, because it doesn't have 3 straight lines. It actually has a little bit bent over here. Alright, so I'm going to go to the next one, square, which is not a square. All sides are equal. You need to know that in order for it to be the square, all sides are equal, and there's only one that all sides are not equal. There's one rectangle that is hidden in this group of squares, so you will need to cross it out. And the last one, alright, it says that rectangle. Now I just want you to look at the shapes here. Now all these shapes are all right angle triangle. You have not learnt it yet, but just by recognizing, right, even though they have all four sides and they have they have two sides longer than the other, there's one that is very weird looking. Is this one here that is slanted. So this is the one that is not a rectangle. In P3, you will learn that this kind of figure is not called a rectangle because it's not called a rectangle because it's not a right angle. But that you will learn next year. We skipped this page, all right, because it involves cutting, but probably when you are back from your home-based learning, I'll get you to do it. Now, this is the one that is a little bit confusing for some of you. Color the circles green, color the semicircles red, color the quarter circles blue. Now, just to recall what you have learned, the circles means that it looks like this. We have tried drawing circles in our class before, all right. Semicircles means that it's half of a circle. Half of a circle. And quarter circle means that it is divided by 4. It's like a pizza divided by 4. And I'm going to just cross out shapes that don't look like a circle. Shapes that don't look like a semicircle. And shapes that don't look like a quarter circle. So you're going to cross out shapes that are not any of these three. So I'm just going to cross out first because it gets a little bit confusing, right? So I'm going to cross out this square. This is a square. This is a rectangle. I don't want squares, rectangles, or triangles. So I'm going to cross this out. This page, they only want circles, semicircles, and quarter circles. All right. So if I see any squares, rectangles, triangles, I'm going to cross this out first. I do not color for any of the shapes that I put across, all right, because those are not what I want. Okay, now let's look at circles. Circles will be the one that is easiest. I'm going to change it to green. Oh, wait, I'm going to change it to green to show you what are circles. I'm going to color this green. This is a circle. All right, it's a round circle. This is also a circle. So I think most of you would have colored this too. It is the semicircles and the quarter circles that you are very confused about. Now you must know that semicircle, two semicircles, right? It will make one complete circle. You also need to remember what are ovals. Oval shapes is not circle. Alright, keeping this in mind, let's take a look at semicircles first. You need to color semicircles red. Now this is a semicircle. Because when you draw another one, it makes a circle. Alright, this is another semicircle. I'm going to color this red because when you draw another one, it makes a circle. Maybe I can draw it nicer. Alright, this is also a semicircle because when you draw another one, it makes a circle. Okay, so right now, we will be continuing to this. You will have to color it. This will make a circle. Now I just want you to take a look. Some of you went to color this and this. Now if you continue forming the shape, this is not a circle. This is not a circle when you continue drawing, and therefore it is not a circle. It's actually half of an oval. So this is not a semicircle. Then what about this over here? I want you to take a look. If I draw it like this, it is too flat to be a circle. A circle should be round. So this is also not a circle. So these two shapes, you should not be coloring these two shapes. Alright? So you should not be coloring these two shapes. So let's go to the other one whereby you will have to color the quadrant. Now the quadrant over here, I would have, maybe let's look from the top, a quadrant which is a quarter circle. A quarter circle, you will have to color it blue. A quarter circle means that you can also form a circle. When you continue drawing, you will be able to form a circle like a pizza piece. So you will have to color this blue. So how many more? There will be another one here whereby it will make a round circle, and there will be 3 parts over here. So this is the one that we want, so we color this. And let's continue on. There's one last one that is this very big quarter circle. So I'm going to trace out to show you that if you have all of the parts, let me erase this. Okay, let me draw it nicer to show you. Okay, so it will form a circle whereby you will also get the 4 different parts. But I want you to take a look. A lot of you colored this and this. I just want to show you that actually is, even when they form, you will not be able to get a circle. So this is not what we want. And if I do this, if I do the same for this, it will not be considered a circle as well. Alright, so I'm just going to erase the things that I don't need. I will not color them. This one is the one is in blue. Hold on. This one is the one that needs to be colored. So all this, the ones that I did not color, those are the ones that are not what we want. So you should not be coloring that. This, we also don't want this over. We also don't want. So I'm just going to put a cross there to tell you that we don't need this. All this should not be colored. Alright. So if you can, I'll pause here for you to do your corrections if you have. Alright. And then we are going to continue doing the pages for page 57. Okay.